Music man, music man.
Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I hope you all are having a fantastic week. This week is it's a little bittersweet, sweet for me actually. Today marks the day that my father went to be an ancestor. So, it's been a little bittersweet, but you see the silver lining in everything. So, anyway, I hope that you all are having a good week. And hello, thank y'all for joining me. I see that y'all joining in already. Hello, 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 Leah Nicole. Thank you so much for joining me. Reese, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Reese? Nairi, what's up, beautiful? I can't wait to hang out this weekend. See, you know what, Malik? Stop it. I am excited. You know. Thank you, Nairi. I appreciate that. All right, so I have a fantastic show lined up today. Um, so I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. But before we get into it, I got to do my spiel. All right. Make sure that y'all are liking, loving, sharing across all platforms. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. Make sure you put the period in there, right? Then we got Facebook, Relationship Soup Group. Come and join the group, y'all. We gonna get it in. We get it in. And then, of course, you can follow me, Relationship Soup LLC, or you can look me up under Lisa Hughes. And then under IG, it's Relationship Soup. All right. So make sure that y'all giving me some hearts, giving me some love. And if you feel extra generous, feel free to send me some stars. I ain't gonna be mad at you. You send me them stars, all right? All right. So before I get into it though, like I said, this today's episode is gonna be a little bit different. I'm actually dedicating this entire episode to answering your questions, right? I'm solo dolo today, and it was kind of an urge from my counsel, if you will, my support group. They was like, yo, Lise, you can go solo sometime. I'm like, what? You don't like my gas? They like my gas, but they're like, yo, go solo. So I'm going solo. And I want to thank you all because I posted earlier for you all to send me some questions and all that stuff. So I already have some questions. And of course, feel free to type it in the chat. All right. So before I get into it, hey y'all, I got an ad. I'm so excited. So before we get into it, let me go ahead and read this ad, right? We got to pay the bills. So, all right, this is from Revo Rideshare. Attention all drivers, are you ready to join the revolution? Revo Rideshare, a Miami-based company that just launched March 1st, is looking for passionate individuals like you to join their team. With Rebo, you will have flexibility to set your own schedule and you will be your own boss. So if you're looking for full-time work or just a side hustle, Rebo has opportunities for everyone. And get this, you get to keep all the money except for a dollar. You hear me? So listen, I don't know if y'all got experience driving or whatever, but you get to keep all the money except for a dollar. So please go to www.driveryouneedit.com and use Sam678760 at gmail.com as the reference. And I will put all that information out there so, you will have it. So if you need a side hustle, you might want to go ahead and get that in. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I see you, Leah. I see you. All right, so let's go ahead. Like I said, feel free to type whatever questions in the chat, and I do have some here. So I will be addressing your questions that you put in the chat. I will be addressing those questions that you have emailed, text me, well, inbox, not email, inbox me, and I will also be addressing some stuff from Relationship Soup. So it's just gonna be me and you today. So I hope that y'all got y'all drinky drinks, right? I got a little potion right here, right? So let's go ahead and have a chill conversation. Yeah, open forum. Yes, yes, yes. Open forum. So toast. Look, here, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So what questions y'all got for me? Let me go ahead and get into this hymn. Some of these questions right here. Y'all be nice. I mean, I'm gonna give it to you, but be nice. All right. So the first question I have is what inspired you to start this podcast? Well, as many of you all know, I have Relationship Soup. I started a forum, started as a forum, Relationship Soup, where we talk about relationships of all kinds. We've done stuff in the community. We've helped the poor. We've helped youth, everything. So I just wanted an extension of Relationship Soup. I wanted an actual podcast where we could actually come on and talk about relationships of all kinds. We could talk about everything, right? So that's one reason for me actually starting a podcast. So that's basically how that came about. And if some of you do know that I actually have a background in radio and TV, right? I thought I wanted to do TV, did it for a little bit, like, nah, this ain't the move for me. I actually worked for a couple very popular radio stations here. So I'm passionate about it, but just wanted to do it on my own terms, hence Relationship Soup, the podcast. All right. So that is basically how that got started. All right. So another question is what's been the most surprising or unexpected moment you've experienced while hosting this podcast? Listen, this episode has not aired yet, but when I tell you this episode is a entire fool, it's a fool. I'm talking about bloopers everywhere. I'm talking about mics falling. We can't stay logged in. Like it's a whole mess. But I mean, with anything, you got to expect technical issues. I mean, I'm a professor by day, so and I do classes virtually. So technical issues happen. So it was just crazy. So when y'all see that episode, don't roast me. I didn't already give y'all the disclaimer. It's a fool. All right. So just be waiting for that. All right, so I see y'all joining me. Oh, hey, Dwayne, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Vicky, what's up, fam? How are you? How are you? How are you? Always, Malik. I'm always hustling every day, right? All right, and so let's see here. Bloopers are dope. Yeah, Maurice, they are dope. And you know what? I think it makes it more authentic. You hear me? When you have the bloopers, like it's more real. You know what I mean? Because I don't need a whole scripted podcast, right? I mean, it's cool if it's scripted. I mean, I can always edit it, but I like the realness. All right. Devin, what's up, Devin? All right, y'all. So I do have some more questions. And like I said, feel free to type some questions, whatever. It's no holds barred. All right. So another question I have is how do you come up with the topics for your episodes? Well, basically, the topics that you have seen, they are what my listeners want to talk about. Whenever I have a guest, one of the processes I do is I'm like, yo, um, what are you passionate about? What do you want to, put out there to help others? Because I do hope Relationship Soup, although it's hella entertainment, we do be getting our entertainment on, right? But, I really do hope that this podcast will plant seeds, right? So, anyway, I come up with the episodes or the topics based on what listeners want to see. So all my guests, they pick that, not me, right? So that's basically how I do that. And once I talk to my guests, I'll find out what they're passionate about, and then I just kind of put the show together based on that. All right. Oh, thank y'all so much. I appreciate all the love. All right. Now, I'm going to get into some nitty gritty. All right. Now, this particular question was from an inbox. Now, and I want y'all to comment on this as well. All right. This particular member inquired about what do I think about relationships without a title. Hashtag situationships. Listen. I don't judge, right? And I think people need to move however they need to move, whatever's going to complement their quality of life, go for it. But me personally, look, I'm a Cancer with a Taurus moon. I can't move like that. Like, I ain't gonna press nobody about no title, but I'm not gonna do or move certain ways in a relationship if we ain't on the same accord. You feel me? So my advice to anybody in a situationship, I mean, you got to move accordingly. You got to have those boundaries and you got to have yourself set up for however it can go, right? So anyway, that's just basically uh, my views on that. So I do have a question here. What's the motivation behind you working out and eating right? Okay, listen. Um, those that do know me, and sometimes I'll post on my page stuff about health and stuff like that. My motivation is because look, I'm trying to stay young and fabulous, right? And I'm back outside again. I'm trying to get chose. Okay, I'm just trying to get chose. I'm just keeping it real. Okay, now, I mean, I do want to get chose, but anyway. But I just always have had a passion about staying healthy, holistic practices, and stuff like that, right? So, that's really my motivation. I love to feel good. I love to put things in my body that I love to put things in my body that are good. So yeah, I have a whole holistic doctor. I have a medical doctor and all that. So I'm all for herbal stuff, herbal by whatever means. Y'all feel me? So if y'all doing certain herbs, that's hey, do what you do. So that's my whole motivation, and I do work out. And I'm so grateful for my support team, my counsel, because we keep each other motivated. All of us pretty much work out, and stuff like that. So anyway, that is that. Another question. Can you have a 2-hour podcast or twice a week? That could be possible. Right now I'm just down to the 1 day a week. I mean, that could possibly happen. If the content is there, if the following is there, we can do that. I do have a day gig. I am a professor by day. So maybe I can work that out. All right. All right. So let me go ahead and get into more of these questions. All right. So another question is, if asked to do a background check before dating, would you be okay with it? Now, this is something that was talked about in Relationship Soup. Me, um, personally, I'm all for background checks. You probably need to know who you dating because, truth be told, there's some cray craze out here. You feel me? And if you want to background check me, feel free to do that because you don't know if I'm crazy. I ain't though, but I mean, I ain't mad at it, right? So I would say definitely do your background check. You need to know who's who, right? So if we talking to something, I'm probably gonna get me a background check done. All right. Facts. Yo glowing. Thanks, fam. I'm trying to. It's from them herbs. I'm telling you, fam, this holistic doctor, she is fantastic. I'm telling you, my skin, hair, everything. And just working out, I need them dopamine, serotonin, and all that because listen, life been life and y'all know my whole last year was a fool. It was an entire fool. Losing my daddy, divorce, all that. So look, I had to balance that. So thank you, fam. I'm glad that you said that. All right. So saying you love me and showing me is different. Absolutely. I think it's cool to say I love you, right? And I think people's actions should match with their words, right? And then, depending on the individual, some people show you better than they tell you. So I think that's all good. And yes, Maurice, people do be crazy in these streets. You got to know who you dealing with. I mean, if you don't want to know, that's cool. I mean, we didn't all probably seen the TikTok Risa Tisa Tisa Risa. Listen, listen. You better know who you dealing with. You better listen. You better Intellis, People Search, Spokio. Hey, you better do that because you don't ever know who you getting. Life, I mean, your mate is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you gonna get. You don't know. You might not even like the flavor. For real. So how long do you think you should wait to get married? Okay. I think that this really depends on the people, right? I have a sibling who has been married a very long time. I want to say over 30 years. And I know that him and his wife, they didn't waste no time and they got married and they still married, right? And look, I'm just gonna go and put my business out there. It is what it is. Y'all know anyway. Y'all done see my status change on the book. Um, we doing the right thing. We going through the counseling, we waiting and all that stuff. And my marriage didn't last that long, right? So it only lasted 5 years. So for me, I think that that should be something that a couple agrees upon, and they kind of have a meeting of the minds with. So I don't know if there is a time frame. Some people are like, "Yo, you don't know nobody in a year." Some people like, "Yeah, within a year." So I think you just have to kind of, talk to your mate and figure that out. So anyway, Lisa, look, all of 22. You know what? Listen, Reese, can I tell you something? That's one of my affirmations because I believe in saying affirmations all the time. And, I be telling myself I'm timeless. I look 22, right? Or I be saying 20s or something. But I mean, if I look 30, that's cool because y'all know my age. And. So I appreciate that. All right. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I miss my daddy every single day. Every single day I miss my daddy. So I definitely appreciate your condolences. All right, so I'm gonna get back into these questions, y'all. All right. Let's see here. Oh, here's one. What's the most important question you should ask on a first date? Listen. I don't know if there's necessarily an important question. It's really going to definitely depend on the person, the people, right? And everything to me is always a case by case. So I always got to put that in there because I don't like to be saying things as a whole. Um, but I think whatever is important to you, whatever your values are, whatever your moralistic compass is, you really need to, be able to ask that question. But you kind of want to balance it, right? Because it's the first date. So you might not want to come too heavy, or maybe you do. Let me give you an example. One of the questions that I make sure that I ask before is based on this experience. So let me sprinkle y'all. Let's go down memory lane for a minute, right? Let me take a drink because this was stressful. Hold on. So basically, what had happened was I take a little time before I go on a first date. I like to kind of get to know the person, have a few conversations and things like that. So anyway, I remember I met this brother, right? And he was fine. I mean, God took his time with him. You hear me? This man was fine. He was dressed well. He was smelling good. Amazing, right? Just an amazing being. So anyway, I'm looking at his fingers and stuff because you always gotta look at that person's fingers, make sure ain't no ring or nothing because I ain't gonna be nobody's side piece or mistress. You hear me? I ain't about that life. I'm too weak for that. So anyway, everything seemed to check out. We talking, we good, it was a little while. So then we finally decided to meet out. Our first day we went to Eddie Merlot's. Y'all know where that is here in Indy. So anyway, we meet up at Eddie Merlot's. We having a good conversation. You hear me? I mean, it's flowing. I'm all giddy because I'm like, this man is fine. I mean, he's saying all the right stuff or whatever, right? So the server comes around and is like, yo, you want what appetizers you want? So we ordered appetizers and drinks, and so it's all rainbows and butterflies. So anyway, drinks, appetizers, all that stuff come. So bro hits me with the, you know, I'd leave my wife for you. Bruh said he would leave his wife for me. So during this time, this is when Cheaters was really hot. You feel me? Like Cheaters, y'all remember Joey Greco? So this is the time when Cheaters was like everything. So I'm like, man, am I being punked? Right? Because I know I was having conversations with this man. You know what I'm saying? I did the ring check and everything, right? So anyway, should have did that background check, but see, I was young. So anyway, I learned from that experience, right? How did it end? Well, I asked the waiter for the check because I'm like, yo, I don't even want to be taking nothing out their marital income. I was like, I can't even mess with you. I don't even do that. Hey, listen, you need to figure that out with your wife. I'm like, check, please. I'll pay for my portion or whatever. He like, nah, don't worry about it. Man, I did drink the rest of my drink though, because I drank the rest of my drink. I didn't leave it, right? And then I just went on and got out of there. So as far as questions that you should ask, man, you need to base it on what you're trying to accomplish, right? So anyway, I'm gonna ask, are you married? Does somebody think they married to you? Do you have a side piece? Like, I'm gonna really get into it. So anyway, that's my story. All right. Let's see here. Do you like your mom? Course I like my mama. Now, fam, she listening. If I ain't like her, I can't say it now because she listening. You feel me? But nah, I really do like my mama. My mom is literally my best friend. Like, I mean, now growing up, she was mama. She was mommy, not mama. She didn't like to be called mama. She was mommy. But like, she is literally my heart. So I do like my mommy. I don't have no mommy issues. Um, I don't have no daddy issues either. So yeah, I like mommy. All right. So let's see here. I have a list for my daughter to give to each guy she talked to, not a one pass the 7 question on the list. For that reason, she not married to this day. Listen, Mr. Jackson, the fact that you sprinkling your daughter with them questions, if she's not married to this day, it probably ain't meant for her to be married, and that's all right, right? Because I believe in divine timing and synchronicity and all that stuff. So keep on sprinkling your daughter with that knowledge because I'm gonna tell you what, I done made some mistakes. My counsel, y'all know the mistakes I done made. But I'm so grateful for my daddy because he gave me the game. So it was some of y'all little nappy head sons. Okay, I won't say nappy head, but that's just a figure of speech. And let me say nappy because I don't want nobody hitting me with, it ain't a such thing as nappy and good hair. I'm just saying as a figure of speech. But some of y'all sons, some of these sons weren't able to get over on me. And so I say that to say, sprinkle your kids, plant them seeds, let your kids know what's going on. Don't be having them out here navigating blind. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some crazy people out here. They need to know how to move. All right. All right. So here we go. Daniel, what's up, Mr. Artest? Thanks for tuning in. Look, no bloopers today. You hear me? Look, you see where the mic at today? No bloopers today. And this earpiece is staying in. You hear me? Hey, listen. Thanks for listening. All right. Not the marital income. Listen, fam. You listen. You know how I feel about marriage. Mm-mm. That's a no go. I don't be messing with God's union. Y'all can mess. Listen, y'all can mess with God's union if y'all want to, but it's a curse. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't no side piece that then came out on top. And the side piece don't never be finer than a wife anyway, or finer than a husband, in my opinion. I ain't seen it. So y'all leave the marriages alone. Find your own. All these people out here, what y'all messing with the married people for? Leave them alone. Let them figure that out. That's all I got to say about that. Wait, Lisa, you went Dutch. Okay, no, no. Okay, listen, Daniel. So, no, I didn't go Dutch. I was willing to go Dutch because, like I said, I ain't want to be taken from the marital income and then my finances is cursed. Listen. So, but that's why I was like, check, please. I'll go ahead and pay for my portion or whatever. But homie was like, nah, 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 I got it. Me, I was just trying to get out of there. I'm trying to get out of there because I ain't know if Joey Greco was gonna show up. I ain't know if the wife was lurking. Listen, I ain't about that life. I'm weak. Dutchy least. Nah, I ain't do Dutch. I ain't do Dutch. Listen. So no, the person on the date. The question asked, absolutely, absolutely. You got to. You absolutely have to. Get off Pat. That's my girl. Listen, Pat's my girl. Miss Patricia, Trish. Y'all gonna get me in trouble calling her Trish. That's a. Me and mommy, we good. We Gucci. We Gucci. Oh, hi Patty, we love you. Question was for the All right, so Leah, you say yes, there is a such thing as a nappy head. Listen, fam, you said it, I didn't. Listen, listen. I was just saying as a figure of speech because listen, I don't want nobody you up there talking about. No, I ain't talking about no hair grade. I'm just saying a figure of speech. I got to give the disclaimer, and that's one thing relationship soup has taught me. You better put that disclaimer out there because that adds to my quality of life. All right. All right. So Malik says, name must have traits, people that you interact with. Absolutely. All right. So let me get back to these questions. If y'all think of some more questions, go ahead and sprinkle me with them. All right. So here's one. Thoughts on this. In my opinion, if you are in an exclusive relationship, I think the general public and those close to you should be aware that you're involved and it's serious. So what y'all think about that? I'm just curious what y'all thinking. Should people know that you are in an exclusive relationship? Y'all feel like that? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Dr. Cooper. Greetings. So, do y'all think that? Y'all think that you should let people know that you are in an exclusive relationship? Me personally, it really depends. Um, what I like to do when I'm with someone and we like, look, we're gonna go ahead and make this official. We're gonna be committed, exclusive, or whatever. I like to spend time cultivating my situation. You feel me? I want us to get on the same page. I want us to get to know each other and all that stuff before we be telling all of Facebook, right? Because look, I don't know about you, but I've already had the experience. Look, y'all know I was married before. Then I had the whole arduous task of being like, single, changing that status. So I mean, it really don't matter. Life is what it is. Life be life, and but I think that that's between the individual. Both of those individuals need to decide if they want to let the world know. And then sometimes you got hella haters out here and they are going to just do the fool when it comes to your relationship. So, look, relationships have their own challenges. Me personally, I want to cultivate it. I want to get to know the person. I want to, be strong in our own right before we actually even put it out on social media. And then at this point, I don't know. I mean, it just really depends. It's gonna depend what my new boo think. When I meet my new boo, y'all gonna see, right? All right. So that is that. Let's see here. Leah says it depends. Yeah, it really depends. It really, really, really depends. I mean, if you want to put it out there, that's cool. I will say this though. Let me put it to you like this. When I am in an exclusive situation, the boundaries are in place. And if, a bruh be coming up to me like, hey, yo, shorty, whatever. And if I'm in an exclusive relationship, I'm gonna be like, look, I'm taken, I'm involved or whatever. So, just know that even if it's not on social media or whatever, I do still put those boundaries in place. I'm still claiming, you know what I'm saying? We exclusive. All right. So that's what that is. That was kind of funny, huh, Tammy? Just a little bit. All right, so let's see here. Let's see here. Three is the ideology of being a pick me, offensive to women who holds herself to traditional values. All right, so y'all know what a pick me is, right? It's kind of like the same thing as a simp for a man. So a pick me is someone that basically seeming like she's saying whatever she needs to say so that men will pick her or whatever. Like her ideologies or whatever it is of a pick me status. Me personally, I do feel like I'm very traditional in a lot of sense because I was raised traditional. My mother was a housewife. My father worked, he hustled, and so I do have a lot of traditional values that were instilled in me. Do I get offended by some pick-me's? I think with anything, you can be like, man, hush, shh, just shh, shh. You ain't even say nothing. I think sometimes, it just really depends. I think having traditional values just does not necessarily mean that some pick me's that be out here on these podcasts or whatever, um, when they say certain things, some things is whack. It's like, shh, you know, and I don't think that has anything to do with being traditional or whatever. And then some of it is good. Some of it I can agree with, like, okay, yeah, I feel like what sis is saying, you know, and sometimes it's all in intentions as well. What are your thoughts on 50-50? Fam, you start, you start, right? Now, we all know that this question can turn men and women against each other, right? Now, listen, I ain't digging in my earpiece. So, 50-50. I wasn't raised that way, okay? And I think it's okay for whatever situation, if that's what you and your boo want to do that 50-50. You feel me? I personally haven't been in any situations where, like, even in my marriage, we didn't do the whole 50-50. He pretty much paid the bills and stuff like that. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was spoiled. I'm gonna put it all out there. I think that people should decide what works for them and their quality of life, their finances, or whatever. Me personally, I was raised traditional, and I ain't gonna give the blueprint too much because listen, I'm out here, fam. I'm out here. So listen, I can't be giving all the blueprint. You feel me? I'm just gonna put it like this. I wasn't raised like that. Wasn't raised like that. Hey, that's just me. But y'all do you. All right. Y'all do you. I can't stand a pick me shit. Okay, you know what? Some of them just do too much. Like I said, some of them just need to shh, 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 quiet. Sometimes silence is golden, right? All right, so let's see here. Name the must-have traits that you require from the people that you rotate with. So basically, my support system. Is that I think that's what you're probably talking about? Because listen, I ain't gonna be telling the traits in that potential mate. You hear me? Because look, I didn't had too many bros lie to kick it. So as far as my support, my counsel, one thing I would say that we all have in common is that we genuinely do love and care about each other. We look out for each other's higher good. It's reciprocity. It's treating each other like we want to be treated, and we tell each other the truth. So, I'm surrounded by men and women, you know, that tell me the truth. I don't want yes people around me. And, even in delivering that truth, and I was actually just having this conversation yesterday, even in delivering that truth, they not even an asshole with it. Because some people feel like just because they telling you the truth that they can talk to you any old kind of way, they can kick you while you down because they pride and ego is letting them know, hey, I'm telling the truth, so I can come how I want to. No, F you and your truth if you got to come to me like that. I don't even want to hear it. And it's not that I can't accept the truth. I'm all for truth. Heck, again, I've been surrounded by it. My parents always kept it real with me. And even leading up to my father's dying day, he told me the truth. There was a lot of truths that my father had divulged to me, even leading up to his dying day. One of them truths was, look, I think it's my time to go. So he was very honest with that. So those are a few qualities that I look for. And I'm telling you, my counsel, they're spiritual as well. We pray for each other. And it's just good. They light and they are such food to my soul. And y'all know who y'all are. And I love y'all to life. We show up for each other when we're going through stuff or whatever, and they're very rare. So those are some of the qualities that I look for. So yeah, that's that. Do you align yourself more with the message of Derek Jackson or Kevin Samuels, or neither, and why? Oh Lord. What you doing, Reese? You trying to get something started? So for me personally, one thing that I look for, and that's really important to me, is whether it's a message, person, place, situation, or whatever, does it complement my quality of life? In this case, we're talking about the messenger. So for me, I think both Kevin Samuels and I think that Derek Jackson, hell, throw Steve Harvey, throw all the them that be, I've been able to get information from all of them that have helped me. As a matter of fact, it's stuff that even my mother and father, planted seeds in me growing up. So I don't know if I align with them so much, but I do align with what's true. You feel me? I align with what feeds my soul, my spirit, you know? So if it's something that makes sense to my spirit, if it's a truth to me, then I'm going to align with that. And I think that you can align with the message and not necessarily the messenger. Does that make sense? So, I mean, they was cool in their own right. I ain't gonna knock them. Rest Kevin Samuels. So, he said some good things. So did Derek. So did Steve, Harvey, and all them. So, anyway, That's all I got to say about that. Let's see here. Listen, Leah, you are bringing. Look, hey, hey, we share the same blood. She gonna bring the heat. You hear me? All right, so let's see here. 50-50 is a roommate with benefits. Yeah, y'all read that comment, right? I ain't say it. So anyway, I'm just gonna leave that there. I just wasn't raised that way. You feel me? And I'm not saying, let me put it to you like this. I'm not saying that, that I don't contribute some kind of way. Again, it's all about the understanding that you and your significant other have. Me personally, I just wasn't raised that way. And I don't tend to draw men to me that want to do that. Men that I tend to draw to me tend to be providers, leaders. They like, yo, I got this, hey. So teach they own. All right, so let's see here. Okay, childhood friend. Listen, you remember when I used to have them ponytails, Arthur, and that lunchbox? I think it was like, I don't know, Rainbow Bright or something. But anyway, so Arthur says, I believe that man is supposed to be the provider, but the reality is some aren't set up financially to carry the whole load. And that's very true. And let me just say this. You have to go by what your situation is. You feel me? Um, and if there ever was a situation, I'm just reflecting back on my marriage, right? If there was a situation where, my significant other couldn't take care of things, I'm gonna help. You feel me? That's what a real woman does. But as far as me doing it all, that's not how I'm moving. That's just not how I am moving. You hear me? All right, so Mr. Jackson says, I'm from the old school. I pay all the bills. She saved 80% of her income, and that's okay. And that's the thing. I think that people need to align with people that align with them. Find your person. Don't be trying to be 50-50 and the other person is traditional. Just find your person. Don't even try to change their mind. Why are you going to waste your time? Don't do that. That's not even worth it. What's up, Mr. Stokes? What's up? What's up? What's up? F you and your truth. Listen, and I'm gonna say it again. And I was actually having that conversation a couple months ago. And I'm like, listen, I'm all for the truth. I'm all for being accountable and all that stuff. I don't have no issues with the truth, but you're not just gonna talk to me any old kind of way. And I'm cool. And I mean that from the depths of my soul. F you and your truth. You gotta talk to me like I'm a dog because you're giving me the truth. The truth, hey, the truth can hurt, and that's okay. I'm okay with that kind of hurt. But you're not gonna make me feel like I'm less because you want to get the truth. Man, check your ego. Go, you know what? Go do a knowledge of self and go meditate. If you feel like you got to talk crazy because you got the truth, then you know what? You probably need Jesus, Yahshua being yourself, God, the universe, something. Because what makes you that special? Hey, go on with that. All right, let's see here. Because you're pretty, you shouldn't have to worry about You are also educated and charming. Fam, you are a trip. You look, you bringing the heat today. I appreciate that, cuz I think you kind of run in the family. So anyway. Hey, Arthur Hamilton. Hey, 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 Summer. Hey, y'all. And you know what? Do me a favor too. When y'all be commenting from Facebook, make sure that you give StreamYard permission because I can look on my phone and see who's saying what. Okay, I see you, Nikki. What's up, Nikki? What's up, y'all? So if you give StreamYard the position, I mean permission, not the position, or the position to have permission, then I can see y'all on here because right now it just shows me Facebook user or whatever. So anyway, let's get here. Oh, goodness gracious. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson, you bringing up TD Jakes. Take a drink. You bringing up TD Jakes. Okay, so all right, so TD Jakes. TD Jakes, I ain't gonna lie to kick it. Over the years, I did listen to TD Jakes. I even got the pink Bible. It was like with TD Jakes's sermons to women and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you what, his sermons and different things like that have helped me. So again, there are accusations or whatever about TD Jakes. I can't knock his message though. and the seeds that he did plant in me over the years, and even in that little pink Bible, I can't think, it's like the Holy Bible with T.D. Jakes' sermons or something, or Woman Thou Art Loose or something. But I found those very helpful, and it has helped me to grow spiritually. So again, I'm going to align myself with truth and the message, not always the messenger. So hey, do you? All right, so let's see here. I'm trying. Maurice, you always trying to start something. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so there's Nikki. Hey, y'all. Hey, Nikki. What's up, beautiful? Thanks for listening on tonight. Look, we got to get back. We got to have another girls' night because that episode was crazy fun. All right, so let's see here. If you're not set up that cool, boo boo, I'm just not for you. To each your own. Absolutely. That's the truth. And again, people need to find their person. You got to find your person. So stop trying to be 50-50 with somebody that's not. Stop trying to be, a polygamy. Not, you can't do polygamy with somebody that's traditional. You can't. Find your person, and y'all can be polygamous together or whatever, right? All right, nothing wrong with being a helpmate when needed. Absolutely. Listen, I'm 10 toes down. I'm a very loyal person. That's one of my traits, right? I ain't popping my collar too much. But I'm very loyal, and I'm all for being a helpmate. You feel me? That's one thing. Look, ex-husband can't say that Lisa wasn't no helpmate. That wasn't the issue, right? I'm all for that. And that's what I grew up with. My mother is, in my opinion, for what I grew up with, the true definition of a helpmate, right? She and my daddy, they worked it out, and they had over 40 some years of marriage up until his passing March 6th of last year. So the TD Jake situations, listen, I know what they say about gossip, but I ain't gonna lie and act like I wasn't watching that about TD. Look, I don't know the truth. I ain't gonna speak on that because I don't want nobody hitting me with no sister to sister or whatever. So I don't know what TD done did. All I'm gonna say is that's what I'm gonna say with that. All right, so here we go. I love you. So hold on, who said that? I love you. So now I gotta scroll through this. Whoever said they love me, can y'all just type your name right quick? Because I can't even see who said I love you. I love you too, right? I love you too, right? Let's see here. Folks gotta stop lying to each their own, to each other and themselves. Yeah, stop lying to kick it. Stop lying. Why are y'all lying for? Listen, why are you a whole adult and lying? Hey, y'all remember that meme I posted in relationship too? Why are y'all a whole adult and lying? Who y'all scared of? Why y'all lies? Why some of y'all lying so much? Stop lying. Stop it. Stop. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so let's see here. Value or loyalty, what's more important and why? Whew. I think it's going to depend. For me, loyalty is everything for me because, like, for me, like, loyalty, it, if a person is loyal, they're going to be there regardless. And I think you should value a person. I'm going to value all day long. But loyalty is everything because that means that you're going to be 10 toes down for whatever situation, right? You can value a person all day long and they like, hey, there's value there, but no loyalty. Loyalty is everything to me. And if I ain't going to get into that other thing. So anyway. So that's all I got to say about that. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Vonda, how are you? Miss Wentz before. Oh, hey, Miss Wentz. I love you too. I love you too. We got to connect. Okay, let's see here. Oh, well, sorry to hear that 1 year from today. Rest in peace, Lisa Dad. Yes, thank you, Miss Michelle. Rest in peace, Daddy. Absolutely. I miss him every single day. I think loyalty is a value. Good point. See, you know what? That's my admin. Shout out to Nikki Howard. Listen, Nikki Howard, my admin. She's been my admin for what? I don't know, Nikki. How long you been an admin for? For a minute. And Nikki always comes in with the checks and balances. That's a good point, Nikki. Hey, I think loyalty is a value. Absolutely. What's up, Tyron? How have you been? How have you been? Hey, 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 hey. I don't know who that is saying hello. Um, Whoever that is, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so let me see here. We have a few more minutes. We're gonna go for about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna let y'all go because listen, when I tell you that this crib is smelling good, I like to cook, right? And this baked chicken is, I can't wait to smash. You feel me? So anyway, let me go ahead and get into some more of these questions. Okay, so somebody asked, how do you approach forgiveness in relationships? Um, how do I approach forgiveness? I ain't gonna lie to kick it. Forgiveness, I have to be human first. I don't necessarily always instantly forgive a person, whether it's a relationship, family ship, friendship, or whatever. It really depends. And I do keep forgiveness at the forefront, but I got to be human first. I got to go through the process on some things depending on whatever the offense was, right? So I do have it at the forefront that I want to forgive, but I'm going to have to grieve through it. I'm gonna have to be human first because I think it's crazy sometimes when people are like, "Oh, you just automatically gotta forgive." Bruh, can I let this situation like seep in my soul first before you preaching the whole sermon of forgiveness? Can I let me be human first? Because sometimes you can be like, "Oh yeah, I forgive." You push it under the rug, but you don't really deal with it. You feel me? I do forgive, and sometimes it's quicker than other times. But I have to be human first because I know that with forgiveness, it's for you. Because I can say that there was a time when I didn't forgive, I was resentful as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to kick. I was mad. I was mad, mad. But what did it do for me? I got sick, y'all. I take very good care of my body, and I end up getting high cholesterol. You hear me? And I know it's because I was stressed because I'm like, look, I'm wearing size, I'm small. You feel me? Well, I'm a medium. I ain't all small. I'm a medium. But I take very good care of myself. I don't always eat meat all the time. Like I'm very, alkaline at times. Like I find a way to balance my lifestyle. But I knew that I was mad as hell and I was not forgiving. And it really did mess with me, like just spiritually, mentally, physically, all that. I felt heavy in my soul. So, I always do keep forgiveness at the forefront. I go through my process and then when I'm ready, I do forgive. So that's how that goes. Brad, hey Brad, how have you been? Long time, long time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Nikki says forgiveness depends on the offense. Yeah, it depends on the offense, right? I do eventually forgive though, right? And it's listen, and it's sometimes I wanted to get my lick back, but I went through the process and I did forgive. I really, really, really did. Okay, so let's see here. Save some chicken for me when I get off this 40-day fast. Listen, that's right, you doing a Daniel fast. Yeah, look, it ain't gonna be no chicken left. Because one thing about me, I smash. I'm gonna eat that whole pan of chicken in there. It's gonna be so fantastic. All right, so let's see here. Know the intentions before considering the forgiveness. Intention is everything. One of my favorite books is Seed of the Soul, and it talks about intention. Intentions are, man, listen, if you don't know about intentions, study that. That's everything. Daniel says, all I know is TD Jake shouldn't have said swallowed up like that. Daniel, listen, I ain't gonna laugh because I ain't trying to go to hell because that man, he's still a man of the cloth. You feel me? Swallowed up. Y'all a mess. Um, Nikki says everybody doesn't deserve it. Sometimes forgiveness is letting go. That's real. The situation and the person. Forgiveness does not mean you have to allow that person back into your life. I agree 10,000% with this. You don't have to let a person back. And there's been people that I ain't let back. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go back for no closure or nothing. You did what you did. You said what you said. So I left you on red and I ain't even let you back since. So that's very true. Boiled baked chicken date night. Listen, date night. Yeah, date with myself tonight. Listen, I'm gonna eat that chicken. I'm gonna have a whole date. You know what? I even have my little candles going. I'm gonna have a little candle with my baked chicken. Listen, I'm gonna date myself. You gotta date and love yourself, right? So yeah, date night. It is date night. It's date night with Lisa night. What are they lying about? Devin, they be lying about so much stuff. some people, not all. There are some truthful people out there, but some people do be lying to kick it. All right. Oh, hey Shay, what's going on? Hey, listen. All right, so let's see here. Well, y'all are active tonight. I appreciate all this love. I appreciate all of this. So forgiveness does not equate reconciliation. That's very true. That is very true. It does not. It did not and didn't. I forgave, but it ain't. Listen, that's the truth. All right. So Shay says, I can forgive you, but that doesn't mean you can continue to have access to me. Absolutely not. You're not having access to this. I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead about your life. Do you? Daniel, I'm fasting, bro. I love y'all. Y'all are everything. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm a closet comedian, Tyron. I think I'm kind of funny. All right, so let's see here. Malik says, I told you this would take way longer than an hour. Correction, Malik. It ain't been an hour yet. It would be an hour in like 9 minutes, and I'm going to end it before then. So I'm just telling you. Left on red. Story of my life. Listen, Tyron. Listen, I'm leaving it on red. I'm done. I'm done. Look, I ain't even gonna entertain your foolishness because look, I gotta go ahead and get my quality of life back in order off of that offense and crazy stuff you done. You hear me? So I ain't even gonna entertain it. So let's see here. There are so many more questions. We're gonna have to do this again. Um, let's see here. I'll get one more in. There are so many. I appreciate everything. Somebody asked me, do you believe in love after a heartbreak? Absolutely, I do. Listen, my heart was broken into pieces, but I do believe that there is love again. I mean, we've all had our heart broken before and we found love again. So, yeah, there is love after heartbreak. My recommendation is that you heal through it. You do the work, you do the shadow work, the meditation, the prayers, whatever it is you got to do. Make sure you're doing that before you find the love, right? You might not be totally healed, but be healed enough where you're not bleeding on that other person and you not, you know, putting them through what your ex put you through. You feel me? All right, let's see here. Let's give Lisa her flowers. Oh, thank you so much, Maurice. I appreciate this. And I look, and I'm glad for my counsel that had me out here. They was like, hey, go solo dolo tonight. I appreciate it. I hope that you all have gotten a chance to kind of get to know me a little closer. That's one thing that my counsel was saying, my support. Like, we really don't get to really see you during your podcast. So, I hope that y'all were able to kind of get more of a feel for me. And hopefully, I was able to plant some seeds too. All right, so let's see here. Let me go ahead and give that website one more time before I get out of here. If you are wanting to be a driver and you don't want somebody taking all your money, you know, and only taking $1, make sure that you look up Revo live a ride share, not live share. So it's www.driveryouneedit.com. And again, make sure that you use Sam. Let me see if I can cut and paste this and put it in the chat. Because I'm going to go ahead and paste this. Oh, snap. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that's the website to find out more information. So if you're looking for a side hustle and again, you don't want them taking all your money, this Revo spot, they only taking $1. So you get to keep all that money, right? They only taking $1. And make sure that you use Sam as a reference there. All right. Great life. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that y'all took the time to spend this with me. So let me go ahead and say my little spiel. If you not following us across all platforms, please make sure that you're doing that. Relationship Soup, period, for YouTube. Relationship Soup group. Come and join the forum, y'all. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. And then Relationship Soup on IG, and then it's Relationship Soup LLC. You can follow me or whatever. All right. So I definitely, definitely, definitely appreciate y'all. Is there anything else? Mama. Thank you for listening, mommy. I appreciate you. And thank you all for listening. I really do appreciate all of you all taking that time to spend this with me. And thank you, Aunt Anna, as well. Thank you for all your encouragement and stuff too. So let's see here. You need toe hours. Yes. Let's see here. Love the podcast, boo. And I love you, Nari. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, Telly. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, how I end every podcast, make sure that you are taking care of you. I'm sending you all love and light. Hey, send me some hearts. And if y'all want to send some stars, hey, send us a sister some stars. I ain't gonna be mad. I'll take them stars. But hey, heart, like whatever, right? Let's get this content out here. So, anyway, love and light to all of you. I love y'all. Make sure that you're loving yourself and make sure that you tune in next week. I got some stuff lined up next week. And if you ever want to be a guest, hit me up on the inbox. Hit me up on the inbox, right? We can talk. We can talk about it. We can get you on the show and have some fun, have some drinks. We don't even have to drink nothing alcoholic. You can drink some water, right? But anyway, I love y'all. Until next time, I'll see you next week. Peace.